Well, hey there, friends. Good morning. Glad to have you here with us on Up with KREM. I'm Tim Pham.
Well, hey, everyone. Happy Friday Eve.
Friday Eve. Oh, you said Friday. My ears perked up.
I know, right? It's a trigger word. Well, I'm Channing Curtis, and guys, I do have some slightly bad news that all good things must come to an end, and we mean that nice, calm weather that we've experienced over the last couple of days.
Yeah, because parts of the inland Northwest are under a winter weather advisory, as we could see some snow further up north and in northern Idaho.
That's right. So let's get right outside to meteorologist Jeremy Legoo, who has been tracking this for us for the last few days. So Jeremy, as we head into Friday and the weekend, what can we expect?
Rain.
Oh.
Oh, that was
like
sad.
It's like pouring out here. It is coming down. I am telling you, this is full on rain. Like if I do this, the hair is just going to be crazy you know what? It's 8 o'clock. Let's just do this. Let's do some crazy hair later on in the show. Viewers are going to message in and be like, that man needs a haircut. You're probably right. Temperatures in the upper 30s, and it is still raining here in the inland Northwest. And now that I've got a pointer, let's talk about it. 37 in Spokane, 36 in Coeur d'Alene, 32 in Sandpoint, Moses Lake, Othello, Wenatchee. You're all down near or below freezing this morning, and that means for you, you're under this winter weather advisory, and that one right there is for freezing rain and a wintry mix this morning. Northern Washington, you're under one. North Idaho and higher elevations of the Panhandle, yours is for 1 to 2 inches of snow coming down early this morning. These are gross raindrops. This is miserable. I don't know why I'm doing this. We have rain coming down across much of the inland Northwest, and the rain is a bit heavy at times. Out in the western portion of the Columbia Basin, temperatures are cold enough that it's freezing rain and a wintry mix. Here in the inland Northwest, it's rain coming down and snow up high and off to the north, and that's going to continue to kind of remain the case as snow levels start to climb. So by this afternoon, rain will fall as high as 5,000 feet, and that even includes Lookout Pass and definitely 4th of July Pass, where you're currently seeing some of those showers move through. We start drying out later today, and as we head into the weekend, much drier weather takes over the inland Northwest, so that's a bit of good. Temperatures today climbing into the low 40s. This will be the warmest day we've seen in a while and the warmest day we will see in a while, but we hang on to the clouds and the gloomy weather all day long. And back to you guys. Well, I just let this hair go crazy.
Okay, go comb your hair, Jeremy. Developing news overnight on Spokane's South Hill. A man was shot near 6th and Cedar. Police were called out to that scene around 6 p.m. last night, and when they arrived, they say they found a man with a gunshot wound. He was then taken to a hospital, and police say they did detain a man, but so far no arrests have been made. This is a developing story we're tracking closely. We'll bring you updates as they come in. A reminder, Wilbur Creston school districts closing today and tomorrow. The districts say it's due to a high number of staff illnesses. Extracurricular activities, practices, and games will continue as normal. Also, Reardon and OMAC are also on remote learning all week. If you'd like a full list of schools that have canceled events or school due to COVID, just text the word closed to the number 509-448-2000. We'll send a link to your phone.
Well, if you are looking for a free at-home COVID test or just need to get more, Washington State could soon send them to you. The State Department of Health announced they are launching a portal to order free rapid at-home test kits. Each household is eligible for 4 to 5 tests. The department ordered 3.5 million tests for the program, and they expect to help 350,000 households across the state in just the first week.
However, those tests are coming into us over several weeks, and the portal is dependent on our supply. So while supply chains are improving, they are still strained, and when we are low or out of stock temporarily, you will not be able to order a test.
Now, once ordered, the test kit is expected to arrive in 1 to 2 weeks. An exact start date for the portal hasn't been set just yet, but the Department of Health expects it will be in the next few days. This announcement comes at a time when getting a test, whether an at-home rapid one or a PCR test, has been extremely difficult. The Department of Health says they've improved their shipping methods, including adding more staff to their warehouse.
In the meantime, the state attorney general is warning people of price gouging on at-home COVID tests. Attorney General Bob Ferguson says they've received reports of people paying upwards of $70 per test. The AG's office says that anyone who raises prices on emergency goods during an emergency to maximize profits is in violation of Washington's Consumer Protection Act. While the state does not have a price gouging law specifically, the Attorney General tried to get the legislature to pass one.
And I was shocked to find out that we were among just a handful of states that did not have any kind of protections for people in the event of an emergency, something that they could not control.
So if you see any business price gouging on tests, the state AG's office wants you to report it. Take a photo or screenshot of the prices and what business it is, and then file a complaint on the AG's website, and that website is there at the bottom of your screen. We're almost there. That's the sentiment from the Spokane Regional Health District officials on the current COVID-19 case surge. SRHD officials say COVID cases could peak by the end of January. Health Officer Dr. Frank Velasquez says Spokane County is seeing fewer COVID-related hospitalizations from the Omicron variant than the Delta variant. A model from the Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation shows Washington will see a peak in cases by January 28th. Dr. Velasquez says everyone needs to be mindful and vigilant with what we do over the next several weeks to see a downward trend.
Not only did we identify the first case, but a lot of the nation was watching what this state was doing in response to COVID-19.
It's been 2 years since the first COVID-19 patient was diagnosed here in Washington. On January 20th of 2020, a man who had just traveled from Wuhan, China, was transferred to Providence Medical Center in Everett with flu-like symptoms. The next day, it was confirmed that he had coronavirus. Since then, health officials have identified more than 1 million cases in our state. According to the State Department of Health, the virus has also taken the lives of more than 10,000 Washington residents. 8:08 now, time for your morning rush. More news in less time. Richard Aguirre, the former Pasco police officer accused of murder, let go of his attorney ahead of his second trial. John Henry Brown represented Aguirre for years. In December, he was on trial for the 1986 murder of a Spokane woman that ended in a mistrial. His new trial is set to start at the end of May. Washington lawmakers have voted to delay the long-term care tax. The controversial payroll deduction will not take place until July of next year. Lawmakers want more time to reform the bill and allow more people to be able to opt out. While Idaho Governor Brad Little will be in Post Falls tomorrow, he will meet with the media to discuss Idaho's state of the state. Governor Little will also be talking about his 2022 budget priorities. Now he's speaking at the Department of Labor building at 9:30 a.m. Idaho state officials are asking for more money to kill wolves. The Wolf Depredation Control Board asked for nearly $400,000, and with their other revenue sources, will have more than $1 million for that purpose this summer.